It is a great day to be alive, and I am so thankful for God, Jesus Christ, who lives in us. Today's video is titled The B&B Tiger Clock Message and the WikiCat Dream Connection. Before we get started, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing that I'm sharing is financial advice. I am simply sharing dreams, visions, and interpretations that I feel God has given me as it connects to crypto. Now, let's get into the video. So for starters, I want to go back and give the backstory on how all this had taken place. On May 2nd, 2024, the B&B Tiger coin had a glitch. Many people woke up to or opened their phones and saw that they were millionaires. They were billionaires or had thousands of dollars because of this coin. For me, I had been awake for maybe an hour just praying. And after, I decided to check my phone. And when I did, I saw the notification that B&B Tiger was up like so many thousands of percent. The number was so big when I saw it, I felt a little dumbfounded because I had never seen a coin up a percentage that high. And so I'm looking at it and I'm like, am I looking at this right? And I woke my husband up and said, honey, look at this. Like, is this right? Is this real? And so at that point, I began to just check all the places that I knew to see, different platforms, different places on Telegram to kind of see, is this real or is this a glitch? And so my husband, he's awake, and I'm telling him, honey, take your time, focus. We don't want to mess this up. We're working in the deep fry, and we don't want to get deep fried and lose all of our money. So take your time. While you're doing that, I'm going to check and see if this is real. And after a few minutes of trying different things, we saw that, yes, this is indeed a glitch. And so as I'm looking at this, I see that B&B Tiger at this point had dropped down to a percentage of 226,969%. I had never, ever seen a coin with a percentage that high. And so I took notice of that. Also looking back at the fact that this thing was higher. This could have been 800,000%, 100,000%. I'm not sure how high it went, what the percentage was, but at that point in time, it had gone down. And so I'm looking at 226,969%. So as we're coming to grips with the fact that this was a glitch, I now saw that I was laying down at the foot of the bed and I was looking up at the ceiling, at the clock. Our clock reflects the time on the ceiling. And so as I'm looking at it, I noticed that I'm not seeing numbers, but I'm seeing letters because everything is upside down and backwards. And I see the word less, L-E-S. So in the beginning, I thought maybe God is telling me that no, this B&B Tiger, this coin is less than what it's showing. But then I said, Lord, I feel like there's more to this. Is there something more that you want me to understand about less? And then I thought about Les Feldick. He's an individual. He's passed away now, but he did through the Bible teaching, going through the Bible, and I watched him very, very often. So I was asking God, is there something that I need to go back and look, something that Les did a teaching on that I need to go back and take a look at? And so that's pretty much how things ended in 2024 for this particular coin. And when all this happened, kind of puts a damper on everything, of course, but you have to pick yourself up and, continue to move on, continue to trust God. And so this year, this month in August 2025, I began to revisit this again. And so I began to do my research on less, the word less. And I found this French word, and the meaning of this word is near or next to. So for me, I filled in B&B Tiger is near or next to what? For me, it's near or next to run. It's near or next to take off among the meme coins. And because it represents a preposition, meaning something has to come before it. It's next to something. It's showing a position. So this lets me know that something else is going to run before B&B Tiger, and then B&B Tiger will be near or next to do the same thing. Then I began to look at the numbers, 537. What does 537 represent biblically? What's the biblical meaning? And so I didn't find a whole lot on it, but I did see the Hebrew and Greek meaning. And so starting with the Greek meaning, there's a word that means all or everyone. All or everyone. The next meaning of 537, the Hebrew meaning, means human weakness and the need to rely on God. The need to rely on God. So I began to put it together and I began to see a message. B&B Tiger is near or next to run. All or everyone needs to rely on God. This is a God thing. This isn't something that's going to take place because of what we do. Unless we see that this is a happening that's going to take place because of the hand of God, we've missed it totally. We cannot rely on self. We have to rely on God. This is a God thing. Then I begin to look at the meaning of LES as it relates to military pay. And basically it's a statement that talks about your allowances, your deductions, and all of your money, pretty much explained how it's broken down and dispersed monthly. And putting that with the previous message, B&B Tiger is near or next to run. All and everyone need to rely on God. God to do what? God is going to pay. God is going to give allowance. And God's going to also do deductions based on his will and what he desires to do with this wealth transfer. And that is the message that I received from what I saw from my clock on May 2nd during the B&B Tiger glitch. Now let's get into the WikiCat portion. I purchased a little bit more WikiCat the week that it began to move and do its thing. And I had a dream the night after purchasing more. And in that dream, I was looking at my phone, and in the upper left-hand corner of my phone, I saw numbers in green. I knew that I was looking at WikiCat. This was understood in the dream. My eyes only saw the movement of these green numbers in the corner of my screen. I saw the number 2 change to the number 5. And at this point, I knew I was looking at a percentage for WikiCat. And I don't know if it was 50,000 or 500,000, but I remember seeing 5 as the leading number and a lot of zeros behind it, and I knew I was looking at a percent. So waking up in this dream, I began to ask God, I'm like, God, did I see 50,000% or did I see 500,000%? Is it possible to go that high? And then I was quickly reminded of B&B Tiger. My mind went all the way back to May 2nd, 2024, and I remember seeing a high percentage, and I was thinking it was 1,000%. It had been so long ago since I had saw those numbers. I took a screenshot of my chart on CoinMarketCap because I was like, I want to remember this, and so I went back and I dug up the picture of that screenshot, and that is the one that I shared in the beginning of this video, remembering that B&B Tiger went to 226,969%. However, it was much higher than that, probably 800,000 or 100,000%. So this dream to me was not far-fetched. I believe that it's possible that God allowed this glitch to take place with B&B Tiger just to show us how high these coins can go. That was a demonstration. Therefore, me seeing these numbers in my dream, now I realize, yes, this is possible because this has happened before. I don't think that it was a glitch. I think that it was a God thing. Yes, it was disappointing back then, but now I see a possible setup. God, are you setting WikiCat up to go up to a percentage that high? And I'm allowing my faith to lead the way and say, yes, we're going to see a high percentage for WikiCat. And that percentage, I believe, is what I saw in my dream, 500,000%. And again, this is me connecting what happened to B&B Tiger on May 2nd, 2024 to what we're seeing now that's taking place with WikiCat. This is how it all connects. At least this is how I see it. And continuing with meme coins, this is a sneak peek of an upcoming video titled What's Next for Total Capital Bonk and XRP ETFs. This is a video again that's I'm going to put out here in a few hours. Looking back at that July 16th earliest launch date, what actually happened and what's new. Well, that is all that I have for this video. Until the next one, God bless.